Good morning, it's Barbara. I'm going outside. I think it's warm enough even though I'm not even wearing a sweater. Oh, I'll grab a shawl. I have them. Very handy. Good morning, it's Barbara. I'm outside again. It is warm enough. I did throw on my Tess. Thank you for joining me for coffee. So, last Tuesday it was beautiful in the afternoon, or after I did my vlog, and I was sitting here just really enjoying the deck, and my phone rang, and it was my hairdresser calling. My hairdresser only calls me when my appointment started 15 minutes ago and I didn't come. So I had a hairdressing appointment last Tuesday that I didn't realize I had because I don't get on my email often enough, for one thing. They do email confirmations, and if I were ever on my email, then I would have seen that. So anyway, it's rescheduled for today. So I'm getting my hair cut today at noon. I feel like a jerk when I do that. But luckily now I'm just a haircut. So, you know, I'm just a half an hour appointment. When I used to forget, and when I got my hair colored and cut, that's a huge chunk of her day. So anyway, they're very kind, and I've been going there a very long time. 15 years. Well, we moved back from Seattle to this area in 2001, and I kept going to my hairdresser in New Jersey because, you know, I just went after work because I worked in New Jersey, and that worked out for a while. My hairdresser Toby was an old hippie, and I mean, he was like 70, a 70-year-old hippie, and he was still a hippie. And I don't know how many years I did that, and then he wrecked his motorcycle and screwed up his ankle, like broke his ankle. And you know, a 70-year-old hairdresser with a broken ankle doesn't work very well. So anyway, he wasn't there anymore, and so I stopped and I found Sue in my neighborhood. I was like, I called on a Memorial Day weekend and I said, is there any chance anybody can do my hair this weekend? And Sue's like, I'm here on Saturday. And I'm like, I'm coming. And she's been my lady ever since. I think we're coming up on probably 18 years at least. I'll ask her today. She'll know. She'll know. Yeah, I've gone through all her kids' graduations. Her son's playing football at college. Her son married her second grandchild. You know, we've been through all that. She's been through, you know. Anyway, so she cuts me a break. I'm sure she does everyone, but anyway, she's going to do my hair today. So that's my big plan for the day. My other big plan for the day is my table's all clear, and I bound off my sleeves last night on my Lunam. My Lunam by Michelle Wong. And my table's clear. So I think I'm going to try to stitch my Lunam together today. I'm going to go watch a video on mattress stitching just to, you know, refresh my memory, because I haven't put together a sweater in 3 or 4 years now. And yeah, I think I'm going to stitch my Lunam together, which makes it even more likely that I'll be able to do a podcast this week, because I'll have a finished object. Crazy, right? So I have new hair and a finished object, so those things would be very nice. That will work very well. And then I can turn to my cowl that I don't remember the name of, that I'm making out of that beautiful pink yarn that Juanita spun and sent me. And it was the cowl that Megan suggested. So I have that as a whip. think I'm going to just try to spend a few minutes thinking about my forest park, which I'm right at the mosaic. Think about my forest park. And then I think I'm going to plan on just working on my forest park. Just tell myself all I have to do is, 3 rows. Something like that. Just give myself a little every day. Work on it every day just to get back into it. And then, then one day I'm not going to care to put it down after the 3 rows, and then I'll finish it because I really want to have that for next winter. Yeah. And I'm going to take a good look at the hat book that Claudia sent me and pick a hat. And I think I'm going to use that Gotland yarn I showed you yesterday for a hat. And I think that will be fun. I was thinking about why it didn't register quite. I mean, it's only a little bit prickly. To start with, it's only a little bit prickly. I think it's a tad more prickly than I want. And I was trying to figure out why that didn't register at the show like it did when I was home. And my tolerance of prickly goes way up when I'm cold. So there are sweaters that, are a little prickly that I can't wear when I'm not really cold, when it's just cool or winter or whatever. But when it's really cold, they are just what I want. So I think it could have been because I was really cold. I was cold, my skin was cold or whatever. It could have been that. I'm just speculating. But anyway, I love the yarn. I love the colors, and I really want to knit it. So I'm going to find myself a hat that uses 4 colors, or that I can fade or whatever, I don't mind blocks of color in a shawl, It's like color blocking in a garment isn't my thing, with big blocks. And then I'm going to buy the Grammy's medley sweater pattern, so I have it and I know what I want to do with it. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to read my Penguano pattern. I'm feeling ambitious for my knitting. Can you tell? Read my Penguano pattern and figure out what I need to look for in my stash and my room and get going. Because I watched Stephen West's, I guess, first podcast. He may be doing more, where he starts out talking about his Penguano. Somebody advised me to do that, and I thank you. And he talked about his Penguano, and it made me like, why am I hesitating? I'm so excited about the Penguano. So I have a few things that I'm thinking about working on, and so after I seam my Lunam today, I'm hoping I do that. I am gonna bake some crackers, but I go through the crackers pretty fast. Well, I can only make so many in one batch because I only have so many pans and silicone things. You don't care. Okay, so I wanted to do just a little show of the people that I met at Maryland Sheep and Wool on Saturday. If it weren't for the people that I wanted to see and hug, I would not have gone because the weather was that dreary and I wasn't really in the mood to shop, but I really wanted to see these people, and so I'm like, that's that. So I will do them in chronological order. Okay, tomorrow I'll show some of the video that I didn't show you yet, so you can see more about the day. But first thing, I had walked, a half a small block or halfway up the hill, and there was Marianne and Bob, and I do not have a picture. I have a video of Bob taking our picture, but I don't know that I have a picture of Bob. If I do, I'll put a picture of Bob here. But Bob took some pictures of me and Marianne. So this is us in our rain gear, getting rained on, meeting each other for the first time in person. Although, again, it feels like I know her. She comes to our Zooms. Mark your calendar, Zoom on Saturday, the 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And so I feel like I know her. And, you know, we've corresponded many times. And so, anyway, it was so good to actually meet her in person and give her a hug. Then I wandered around a little bit, and I told you the story about me and Juanita couldn't find each other. We're texting each other, you know, and we turn around and we're standing 8 feet from each other. It was crazy. So I met her and her husband, Dale. This is when my phone died. But Dale took our picture, and Juanita sent it to me. So here's me and Juanita. Well, Juanita, I'm a little cut off, but it doesn't matter because Juanita's the point. And, so it was so good to see her. And she wasn't there very long that day. I guess she went back on Sunday. She got a couple of spindles and stuff. I watched, she did a little podcast yesterday. She spins, all one word, on YouTube and on Instagram if you want to follow her. Then I went and found Valerie and Rebecca, and here we are. They were sitting in the show arena. Was really the only place to sit, and it was covered and dry, and they weren't showing any animals at that moment, so there was plenty of space. I imagine this arena, these seats are full all the time during a normal nice day Maryland. Although in a normal nice day Maryland, there's this space between two buildings where they also have like the band shell there, and so they have music playing during this, and people put their chairs out there and bring chairs and just make themselves a place to sit. I have done that too, and you can just leave your chair there, nobody bothers it, and come back when you're tired, and you know, so there's more places to sit because people bring things. But anyway, they were sitting in here, and here's a selfie that I took a couple of good selfies. Mostly they're terrible, so don't be shocked. So this is Rebecca, who was so sweet and picked Valerie up at the airport and drove her around and was such a good friend to her during this whole weekend that it was very lovely of her to facilitate Valerie being there. And of course there's Valerie. And Valerie is the hostess of our Zoom call, so those of you who Zoom know her very well. Then, while we were sitting there, I had a pee, TMI, and as I'm standing in line to the ladies' room, because of course there's always a line to the ladies' room, who comes waltzing out in her orange but Gigi? So and she was with a group of friends, her daughter Shelby and other people, and you know, so when I got back, she had just passed the arena when I got back, and I said, boy, you can always tell where Gigi, you don't have any trouble finding Gigi when you're looking for her. And like, Valerie's like, Gigi, and she jumps up, and so we all jump up and we got our pictures taken. I took Valerie with Gigi, and she helped me do a very nice selfie with her. She's shorter than I expected. Marianne was taller than I expected, so that was interesting. Gigi was shorter than I expected. She's got a big personality, I guess. I don't know. So we met Gigi, and then I don't think I took any selfies with the toads. I think I took a picture of Rebecca talking to the Lolo Bean dyer, whose name I'm not remembering. Because we were looking for Valerie, and she ran into Lola Bean. So, well, Lola is the little girl, and she was there, her daughter, and the dyer. I have to look that up. And so I have a picture of those two. And then we found the podcasters meetup. And so the rest of these pictures are all from the podcasters meetup. And I'll just put them in the order that I remember to tell you. So I got a nice picture of me with Johnny Bow and Aquila Dahan, the Lefty Knitter. She's got the Lefty Knitters podcast. I think I got a nice still shot of me and Chevis of Chevy Rail Stuff podcast, who came in from Indiana, and so it was really fun to see her. And you know, she and I just felt like we've already known each other forever, so that was funny. And I got a picture of Valerie with Liz, the black knitter. I did not get a selfie with Liz, but I got a nice picture of her talking to Valerie. I have some pictures of other people who were there who I'm not that familiar with, but there was a group of us and we were just hanging out. I got a picture, I think I got a selfie with Lisa, the fiber nymph of the 90% knitting podcast. She does fiber nymph dye works. And I got a selfie with her in her purple hair or pink hair. And anyway, anybody else I find that I have forgotten to mention that I know their names. I met Biscuit for the first time. I have a picture of her, I'm quite sure. And she has a podcast, Tea with Biscuit. Biskit. That I watched yesterday. That was very cute. Everything she talks about, she then sticks it on her head. So by the end of her podcast, she has a pile of knitting on her head. It's very funny. I don't know if I got a picture of the Woolies, 3 young women, very stylish young women who I haven't had a chance to watch their podcast yet. I don't know if I got their picture, but if I did, I'll put it here. And that was it for the day for me, because by that time I was pooped and ready to go home. And so I did. But it was so great to see everybody. These people are the reason that I went in the first place, and it was so, you know, there were other people who might have gone had the weather been better, or they had been feeling better, and it would have been lovely to see them too, but it is what it is. And I sincerely hope that none of you went after 2:30 hoping to meet me and I had already gone. That would be really bad form. So I hope that's not what happened. I found it very hard to find that podcasters meetup, so I was shocked at the, you know, that there were even people there. Oh, and here's a picture. Here's a picture. This is a picture. I think Biscuit posted this on Instagram, and I don't know how to get. Oh, it wasn't on Instagram. It was like on her stories, and she had tagged me, and so I saw it. So that's why it's the whole post. Whatever. Anyway, this is all the people that were there. All the podcasters holding up Chevis's tie-dyed, you know, festival flag that she did on her podcast. I think she did a separate video about how she tie-dyed that, and it turned out so great. I mean, it's really lovely and fun. So there's that. So there you are. These are the people and the pictures and the experiences, and tomorrow I'll put at the end some of the actual video I took that I haven't shown you yet. Most of that was narrated, so I'll just stick it at the end of tomorrow's vlog. So there you go. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. My coffee is almost gone. I'm gonna go make some crackers. Cook some crackers. I made the dough yesterday. And then I'm gonna go get my hair cut, and then we're gonna see how my lunam does. I'm very excited. I hope I get it done today. I should be able to, I would think, right? Anyway, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.